Hello and welcome to the installation and setup video for the Featured Content Gallery WordPress plugin. My name is Chris Temstrup and I'm the Director of Marketing for iePlexus, the developers of the plugin. Today I'll be walking you through the steps needed to get this plugin up and running on your WordPress site. Let's get started. First, you can see I'm currently on the home page of featuredcontentgallery.com. This is the website I built specifically for the plugin, and it's where you'll find everything related to the Featured Content Gallery. This includes a link to the most recent download, an install and setup page, an about page, a website showcase, and support forum. The home page has a demo of the gallery in action. You can see it right here. And simply put, this plugin creates an automated rotating image gallery of your pages or posts anywhere within your WordPress site. Let's take a look a little closer. There are three main parts to the plugin. The main area with the images, then there's the text slider that pops up with each post or page you're featuring, then there's the thumbnail image carousel that drops down when you click the featured content link. You can see it also slides to the right and left. There are arrows on each side of the gallery to help you navigate through each slide. And pretty much all aspects of the gallery are customizable. This includes the images, the pop-up text here, the thumbnail images that drop down, the size of the gallery, the colors, etc., etc. We're going to get to all that later, but first let's start from the beginning and go through the download and installation steps. Right here on the home page, we've got the link to download. Click that and you'll be taken to the WordPress plugin directory with the download right here. Download the file featured-content-gallery.zip, that's right here, and you want to unzip or extract the file on your local machine. When manually uploading the plugin, make sure you upload the featured-content-gallery folder with all the files inside. When extracting that zip, it might create another file or folder that file is contained within. This is important because if you upload the wrong folder, the plugin will not work. Of course, if you're updating the plugin through the plugins menu in WordPress, this will all be done automatically. Again, make sure you're uploading the right folder. It's featured-content-gallery. Now that we've got the plugin installed, let's go to the plugins menu in WordPress. I'm going to go inside. This is featuredcontentgallery.com. I'm going to go to the plugins menu. Now, because this plugin is already active on this website, you can see it right here. You'd activate this plugin through the normal ways that you'd activate any other plugin out there. Now, because the plugin is in the WordPress official plugin directory, you will see notifications here if there are any upgrades available. You'll be able to auto upgrade right from this menu. Let's head over to the options page, get the plugin configured. Go ahead and click settings. I'm going to click Featured Content Gallery. Now the options page is a good place to start so you can get the gallery properly configured. Let's take a look and go over each option here so you understand exactly what they mean. First, we have the size of the gallery and the size of the slider that comes up. My gallery is 600 by 400 and my slider is 90 pixels high. Depending on your preferences, you can enter whatever you'd like for these values. I do recommend, however, making the images that you're featuring in your gallery the exact same size as the gallery, as this looks better and it loads faster. Here's a quick tip. If you specify 0 in the text overlay field, you can eliminate the text slider from your gallery. Next, we've got the featured content selection. It's right here. Here we have two options. We can either display content from a specific blog category, or we can select to display specific posts or pages by ID. The first option is how the gallery originally performed, and the second is an option we implemented when taking over development. Choose one or the other option, but make sure you feature at least 2 items. This is very, very important. You must feature at least 2 items or the gallery will not work. So if I select the category option here, my category is uncategorized. I entered that in, and I'm displaying 3 items. For this option, the gallery will automatically select the 3 most recent posts from that category. The other option lets us select individual post or page IDs. and enter them in below. Again, make sure you have at least 2 items or the gallery will not work. As you can see, I've entered in 6 different poster page IDs and separated them with a comma but no space. That's the proper formatting. Here's a quick tip. To find the poster page ID, choose to edit that poster page in WordPress. The number that appears at the end of the URL when editing is the poster page ID. Make a note of it so you can enter it in here on the options page. Let's move on to the rest of the options. Below the content selection, there's some information pertaining to how to set up your featured posts or pages. I'll show you this in depth later on in the tutorial, but the basics are simple. You must add a custom field to each post or page that you intend to feature. And you must add this article image key with the URL of the image you want to display in the value of that custom field. Again, I'm going to show you that when we get to that step. Below that, you'll see a very important piece of code. This is the code you must insert into your site to call the gallery, if your theme doesn't already include it. Some WordPress themes do. So I'm going to copy this code and go into my theme editor and paste the code where I want to call the gallery. Let's take a look at that real quick. Go into Appearance, click Editor, click my template that I custom created for this website, scroll down. Here's the code right here. A couple of things about this code. Make sure you've pasted it in properly. Make sure you've created a container that is large enough to hold your gallery within your WordPress sites. Also, make sure you have just one instance of this code within there. And this code is the first thing to check if you're having any problems with the gallery. Make sure it's correct, as there was a change in this code from version 3.0.1 to version 3.1.0. Now that that code is in and everything, I'll head back over to the options page. Below the code here, we have a few more options for the gallery. As you can see, by default, the gallery will display the image specified in the article IMG custom field that you define for each post or page, the post page title, and a few lines of content in the form of white text on a black background, and an auto thumbnail image in the carousel, cropped from the main custom field image. Our advanced options, that's below here, allow you to add custom text in the text slider, custom thumbnail images, and more. Let's take a look at that. First, we have the featured text option. Select this box if you'd like to enter in your own text for the slider. This enables the gallery to display different text than what's on your poster page that you're featuring. Check the next box if you'd like to use a custom thumbnail image for the carousel instead of the default cropped version. For each of these options, you'll need to add another custom field to the poster page you're featuring with either the featured text key or the thumbnail IMG key. Make sure you're using the appropriate values as well. You can also add alt text to images by adding a fourth custom field and using the alt text key and entering in the alt text in the value. Lastly, let's scroll down here. You can style your gallery with the section at the bottom. You can enter in a hex color with the pound sign for border color right here, background color, or gallery text color. You can also specify the name of the color here. You can write in red, blue, orange, or green. I find it's easier to use the hex, so I get a color that represents exactly what I want. Now the border appears around the gallery in each of the thumbnail images in the carousel. The background is the slider and carousel background color, and the text color refers to the slider text that pops up. These options were created to have more flexibility with styling the gallery and are new to this version of the plugin. So that's it on the options. Now that we have all of that set up, let's go to our specific pages or posts that we're featuring to set those up. Then we're basically done. Alright, as you can see, I'm on sample page 1. The instructions I'll give you here will apply to any post or page you want to include in the gallery, since custom fields are the same for all of those. Under the content here, you will see custom fields right down here. For each post or page you're featuring, this has to be set up. Now the most important is the article image field. This refers to the main image of your gallery. Here I've got the key, or the name, and the value, right here. You must have the absolute path to the image and the value, so make sure it's correct by testing it in a browser window or something similar. Here's a quick tip. Just copy the image URL when you upload it initially in WordPress and paste it in the custom field value for later use. Again, and I want to reiterate this because I see the issue many times in the support forum, you must have at least 2 featured items set up correctly for the gallery to work. Now, since I checked both options for featured text and thumbnail images on the options page, I must have those keys entered as well. I'm going to have a featured text key here with the text I want. HTML is allowed in here, and also a thumbnail image with the absolute path again. Here's a quick tip. The correct size for the thumbnail is 100 pics by 75 pics. So, everything is set up with my custom fields here. I can also put in a fourth one if I'd like, that alt text one as well. I don't have that displayed here, but I could put in ALT-TEXT and put in the value for that as well if I'd like to. Remember, each page or post that you feature must have the custom fields set up. At the very least, the article IMG must be present with an absolute path to the image used, right here. If you're using the other options, they should be having the values as well. So this completes the walkthrough of installation and setup. Before I go, I want to address a couple of things I've seen as issues in the forum when people are asking for additional help. First off, Featured Content Gallery will not function when there's jQuery being used on the site. This means plugins like Lightbox, Thickbox, and Slimbox will cause the gallery to fail. There are other plugins that contain jQuery, like Events Calendar and a few more. So if you're having issues if you've checked everything, deactivate your plugins and check again. The problem stems from a conflict between MooTools and the JavaScript framework that Featured Content Gallery is built on. And jQuery, between MooTools and jQuery. They just really don't play well together, and it's not likely we're going to have a resolution to this in the future. Also, featuredcontentgallery.com has all the information you need to set up and configure the plugin. So make sure to read the instructions carefully, watch this video again, read the forum, try all these things before actually asking for help. I say this because typically we find if most people had reviewed the directions or the forum posts, their support question was already answered. If you do need to post in the support forum, please provide as much information as possible so we can correctly diagnose and hopefully solve your problem. That means including screenshots, a link to your website, and what steps you've already taken. Remember that we are trying to help as much as we can in the forum, but we are very busy and have other projects, so please be patient. The forum is a great tool to get help and interact, and we really appreciate all the praise and kind words we've received about our plugin there. There's also a showcase section in the forum where you can show off your hard work once you get your plugin up and running. In closing, we've got some big plans for this plugin in the future, so come back to featuredcontentgallery.com for further updates and versions. I want to thank my friend Brian Gardner from Studio Press, who helped make the plugin transition possible, Jason Schuler for creating the original plugin, and Yelena Kamidolina, programmer extraordinaire, for doing the majority of coding and setup for version 3 and higher. Now, I hope this video has helped you get set up with the gallery, and I hope you enjoy the plugin. Until we do another revision, and I have to redo this entire video, this is Chris Temstrup representing iePlexus for the Featured Content Gallery WordPress plugin. Thanks.